بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Wiping the face after dua. Wiping the face after dua. There's no sahih hadith that the Prophet ﷺ would wipe his face after making dua. Now it's a very common practice among the Muslims that they must raise their hand after the obligatory salah or even the voluntary. And keep in mind that there's no authentic narration, not about the faridah or the nafila, that ever the Prophet ﷺ raised his hands and made dua. The sunnah is that you make dua without raising the hands. But raising the hands is an innovation in of itself. Then to add to that, to wipe your face with it, or some people, they rub first or they blow, all this is not from the sunnah. This is another Sufi-based bid'ah, which has no basis in the sunnah.
If someone is in wudu and touches the Quran, it is preferable, it is mustahab. It's not a fard. Those scholars differ. There is no verse in the Quran or hadith which says that wudu is compulsory for touching the Quran. Wudu is compulsory for offering salah.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا يمسه إلا المطهرون
treatment from Quran and Sunnah at that. As far as Ta'weez is concerned, there's no verse in the Quran or Hadith talking about Ta'weez. This is totally wrong. We Muslims we should not believe in Ta'weez. We have to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In Islam, there's no place for Ta'weez. It's un-Islamic. It has got no mention in the Quran and the Sahih Hadith. Hope that answers the question.
गंडा शिर्क है या नहीं, मैं इसके बारे में बयान कर चुका हूं कि मेरे नजदीक तावीज, अब गंडा किस बला का नाम है मैं नहीं जानता। मैं जो बात कर रहा हूं वो सिर्फ तावीज की कर रहा हूं। तावीज शिर्क नहीं है असलन। अगर उसमें कोई चीज शिरकिया इस्तेमाल न हुई, कोई सूरह इखलास लिखकर अगर यहां पर बांध लेता है, उसमें शिर्क की कौन सी बात हो।
And this person establishes a movement that he calls a Salafi movement. And what was his manhaj? The Muslims have gone astray because they following methods and all kind of stuff. We need to forget all that stuff, and we need to go back to the Quran and Sunnah. But see, check how these guys think with the intellect. Because if you take away the method, you take away the chain. Because if you say, okay, we're going to go Quran and Sunnah, and I'm the leader, so I'm going to tell you what the Quran and Sunnah is by my intellect. Then, see, I take a hadith, and I tell you what it means, and I ignore 1,400 years of scholarship. And so that's what they meant by the so-called Salafi da'wah. That's the first time in history. The Salaf never called themselves Salafi. The first 3 generations never called themselves Salafi. Nobody for 1,400, the Khalif never called themselves Salafi. They didn't even call themselves Khalafi. The first person who did that was Muhammad Abdu. And that was his da'wah. And this is why we have to be careful, because even when the Salafi movement spread in this country,